Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today I thought I would show you how to remove a piece of paper from a watercolor block. So this block is glued on all four sides, but there is a little opening here. So on each block it's going to be a little bit different where the opening is going to be. It might be here, it might be over here, it just depends. So today we're using the Academy watercolor paper pad. This is 100% cotton pad. It's cold pressed. And this is the piece that we did last month. So if you guys want to see this, there is a full real-time tutorial on my channel of this. So I will either try to put a card or link it down below in the description. But let's get into this video. So I have a couple of tools here because I've heard people talk about ways to get paper off of the block. I recommend doing your painting on the block, waiting for it to completely dry, whether that's giving it, at least 24 hours or something like that, because I find it is easier once it's completely dry. So this is a slice tool. It's an X-Acto knife, and the blade is very, very sharp. And I've heard people say that they've tried to use this before and it's just ripped through the paper. And I can see that happening because this blade is so sharp, but it's not meant for stuff like this because it is just going to cut right through the paper. So I would not recommend anything like this, anything that's really sharp. It's just going to cut through the paper and it could end up ruining your piece. So I don't advise those. Now my watercolor block, I had received this in one of them that I bought. I can't remember if this came with this one or the Paul Rubens one, but I love this. It's not sharp at all, but it's slanted enough that you can get in there and then it's easy to slide along and remove it. But I've realized that most people probably don't have this unless you have one that came with your block. So I'm going to show you how to use just a simple butter knife. This is just a butter knife, and you can use this because it's not overly sharp. There is some ridges there, but I would use the side that's not sharp or find one that isn't super sharp. But if you have one of these, I totally recommend this because it works wonderful. But today we'll use the butter knife. So all I'm going to do is, once your painting's done, you can see the edge has buckled a little bit here, so you can find that piece of paper. So I'm just going to slide this in just to where our piece of paper is, and I'm just going to start moving it along here. And I find to get it started, kind of doing a back and forth, like you see how I'm moving it back and forth, but once it starts going, you can kind of just gently, and I'm tilting the knife more down instead of up, so I don't want the knife pointing up, I want it pointing down towards the other papers, otherwise you could rip the paper off. So we're just going to continue doing this. And once I get to the corners, I try to have the knife in there pretty good so that I can just continue around. And I'm just doing that all around. So I'm having it more slanted down instead of up. It's more slanted down. And I'm just going all around. Now you can be, as slow as you need to be, or once you get used to this and you're doing it a little more, you can do it a little faster. So again, we're coming to a corner, so I'm going to make sure my knife's real in there because you don't want to pop it out and risk damaging your paper. Okay, so we're going to keep going. Again, another corner. And I find doing that just slight back and forth with the butter knife especially helps. Perfect. And we have our piece of paper. And as you can see, so you might get little tiny pieces of where the glue has come on, stuck onto your paper. That's fine, you can just pull them right off, no big deal. But as you can see, we have not damaged any of the paper at all. Just a little bit of glue that can pull right off. And that is our piece. Okay, and as you can see, because we painted it on the watercolor block, it remains completely flat. So that's why I love using these. Okay, and as you can see for the piece below, we didn't damage this piece either because we were using, is that in frame? This way. So we were using, you know, a very gentle motion, and if it's your first time, go extra slow. You know, you don't have to be fast at this, but as you can see, you can use a simple butter knife and it gets the job done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like and please subscribe to the channel, as I am trying to put out as much content as I can. And if you have any other tips, or maybe you have an easier way to get your paper off your watercolor block, please leave it down in the comments below. Let me know, and I might even try it out myself. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.